Hello students, in the previous video we studied the second lesson from your mom's book, and in this video also we will move ahead with the same chapter, The Adventures of Toto. Let me tell you the meanings of some difficult words like sociably, it means in a friendly manner. Next one is about. About means whom. Next one is grin, it means smile. And the next one is taken aback, it means shocked. Let's start the chapter. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. Now the author says his presence. His presence means the presence of little monkey Toto. It was still a secret. Secret for whom? Secret for grandmother. Means the author's grandmother didn't know at that Toto was a there was a little monkey in her house. Now Toto was shifted to the servants' quarter where he was kept in a big cage. In fact, servants' quarter was the zoo itself, zoo of grandfather, his private zoo, and there were some other animals also like a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and the author's pet goat too. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. Now, the author says that the animals in the zoo they used to live with each other in a very friendly manner, very peacefully, very well with each other. But as soon as Toto entered the zoo, what he did, as we know that he was a very mischievous monkey, so he started troubling the other animals present there, and he didn't let anyone sleep peacefully there. He didn't allow anyone live peacefully. The author further says that his grandfather had to go to Saharanpur next day to collect his pension, and the grandfather was very worried about Toto and because he was getting uncontrolled day by day. So what he did, he decided to take Toto along with him. Let's read further. Unfortunately, I couldn't accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. When the bag was closed, there was no. So the author says he couldn't go to Saharanpur with his grandfather, but grandfather told him everything, whatever happened there. So preparation was done to take Toto to Saharanpur. A big black bag was prepared, which was made up of a very hard material, that is canvas, so that it could not be torn by Toto. Some straw was put at the bottom of the bag, and now this black bag, became his new abode, his new home. Now Toto was all set to start his journey. The journey started, and grandfather set out to Saharanpur, and the bag was completely closed. There was no way for Toto to come out of. Let's read further. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air, an exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. So the author says that as the bag was too strong, so Toto, neither he was able to take out his hands from the bag nor he could bite or turn the bag as it was very strong. So what he did, he continuously tried to come out of the bag. So he started rolling on the floor whenever the bag was kept on the floor on it, and sometimes he started jumping inside the bag, and these activities attracted so many people who were present on the Dehradun railway platform. Now further, Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. So Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but as the at the railway turnstile means a mechanical gate that allows only one person at a time to pass from there. So at the railway turnstile, Toto, he was able to come out of the bag, and suddenly he took out his head from the bag and gave a wide grin, a wide smile to the ticket collector who was standing there. The poor man was taken aback but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." The poor man is referring to the ticket collector. So the poor man was taken aback. Taken aback means shocked. So the ticket collector was completely shocked to see a monkey with grandfather. He got scared, he got shocked, but he used his presence of mind and he said to grandfather to annoy him that, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." Means he considered the little monkey a dog. He classified the monkey Toto a dog. Further, in vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. So, when Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and this grandfather got so much angry and he tried to make him understand. And he took out Toto from the bag. He tried to convince the ticket collector that it was not a dog. In fact, it is not considered even a quadruped. Quadruped means an animal which has 4 feet. But it was useless to do so. In vain means useless. It was useless to try to make the ticket collector understand. It went in vain, and finally he didn't understand. He didn't accept that Toto was not a dog, it was a monkey. And grandfather had to pay 3 rupees as his fare. And now let's read further. Then grandfather, just to get his own back, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" So grandfather was very angry because his dear monkey was classified a dog. So to get his own back means to take revenge. For taking revenge, grandfather, what he did, he took out his tortoise, his pet tortoise from his pocket and said that, "Ticket collector, what should I pay for this, because you are charging for all animals." It shows that grandfather has not only monkey but also a tortoise with him. And next, the ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look, and said, "No charge, it is not a dog." So now the author says that the ticket collector, when tortoise was taken out by the grandfather, so what ticket collector did, he looked very closely at the tortoise and he prodded it. Prodded means he pushed the tortoise with his forefinger, and he gave a pleasant and victorious look to grandfather, and he said that, "No, there is no charge for this tortoise, because it is not a dog." So at this, grandfather got very angry because monkey was also not a dog, but still he charged for it. Okay, now let's read further. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable, where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. So now finally grandmother accepted the presence of Toto, means she came to know that there was a little monkey in her house. And now Toto was shifted to a comfortable home which was in the stable. And in the stable there was a family donkey whose name was Nana. So Nana is a donkey, and now Toto had to live with her. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. So, the very first night, grandfather visited the stable to see that Toto was in a comfortable situation or not. He was fine or not. So when he went there, what he saw, he was surprised to see that Nana was pulling at her halter. She was pulling, halter means the rope which is tied around the neck of an animal to lead the animal. Okay, so what Nana was doing, Nana was trying to pull the rope. She was pulling her rope and she wanted to keep her head from the far from the bundle of hay. Hay means grass, or you can say dried grass. So she was trying to keep her head far from the bundle of hay. And why she was doing so? Let's read further. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. So, when grandfather saw Nana in that condition, so he gave a slap across her haunches. Haunches means back. So, he gave a slap, he hit her back, and when it was done by grandfather, she jerked back means she moved back, and when she moved back, dragging Toto with her, Toto also came along with her. Why he came along with Nana? Because he had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Because Toto had hold her long ears with his sharp little teeth. He was troubling Nana also. He was holding his long ears with his sharp little teeth. And the author further says that Toto and Nana never became friends. So as Toto, the little monkey, was very mischievous, so because of his mischief, Toto and Nana, means the monkey and the donkey, they never became friends. So students, this is it for today's class. The rest of the chapter we will cover in the next video.